Hi, I'm Pastor Lauren at Valonia United Methodist Church, and I want to share a little bit with you about how we'll be taking communion together through drive-through communion on Sunday, July 19th. Many of you probably haven't taken communion since we stopped worshiping in person together in March, and so this is an opportunity for you to receive that sacrament. The Bishop of the Arkansas Annual Conference of the United Methodist Church, Bishop Gary Mueller, has given churches permission to participate in online communion, and so we'll be doing that together over the weekend. I want to let you know a little bit about how that's going to happen, but first I want to remind you about communion and why we take communion together as people of faith. We have two sacraments in the United Methodist Church, baptism and communion. We receive these sacraments because they are the two sacraments that Jesus himself participated in. He was baptized by John the Baptist and by water and the Spirit, and then on the night in which he gave himself up for us, he gathered his disciples in the upper room and offered them the Last Supper, this holy meal that we have come to know as communion. We believe in the United Methodist Church that sacraments are an outward sign of an inward grace, and so we use ordinary elements like water for baptism and bread and juice for communion to find God in the ordinary and let it connect us to God and to the grace God offers us. We do believe in the United Methodist Church that this communion table is not my table or Valonia United Methodist Church's table, but it is God's table. And so communion is offered for all people. We believe that God is already at work in your life, and when you come to the communion table to receive the elements, God can transform your heart. And so I hope that you will be encouraged by that. If you're watching this and are interested in communion and want to receive communion, please join us on Sunday. In a hymn we sang last week called "Come Ye Sinners Poor and Needy," the verse says, "Come ye weary, heavy laden, lost and ruined by the fall. If you tarry till you're better, you will never come at all." And so with that, I invite you to know that you are welcome at the table. Whether you feel perfect or less than perfect, whether you've received communion before, maybe tons and tons of times, or you've never received it, the table is open to you. On Sunday, July 19th, one part of our directives from the bishop is that communion cannot be done in a pre-recorded service. When we worship together on Sunday mornings, we record it ahead of time so we can have lay people participating and the musicians participating, and we don't have a whole bunch of people at the church at once. So as soon as the service is over, which it's been ending at about 9:35, I will get on Facebook Live on the church Facebook page, so you just stay on the church Facebook page if you watch there, and you will be able to participate in the Great Thanksgiving. I will bless the elements and we will pray together, and then you're invited to get in your car and come to the church to pick up communion elements for you and maybe for your family or for others in our congregation that might need it. The way that communion will be happening is we have these pre-packaged elements, so you'll see there's juice and then a wafer on top. Donna Lewis and I will be here to give you the elements. We will have gloves and masks on. We will make sure we hand them to you in the safest way possible. Then you'll be invited to take them home and to say a prayer together with your family or on your own and to take the elements. One thing I want to mention, you'll see there's two different flaps here. There's a plastic flap and then there's a cardboard flap. You'll first peel back the plastic flap and take the wafer, and then you'll peel back the cardboard flap and you'll drink the juice. That will be how you receive communion when you take it this time. If you aren't able to come on Sunday morning, if you are out of town, or if you are not leaving your home at this time for health and safety reasons, we completely understand. If there's a way we can bring communion elements to you ahead of time, we would love to do that. Or if you would like someone to bring them to you Sunday afternoon, we can arrange that as well. I hope that you will plan to participate with us. Where we'll be giving them out is at the entrance to the worship center in the back parking lot where the church van is. So come in that way, stay in your car, drive through, tell us how many people are in your party, and we'll hand you communion elements for that many people. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to call or email us. I'd love to answer them and talk some more about this. So I hope you will make plans to join us on Sunday, July 19th for worship at 9 a.m., for our Great Thanksgiving liturgy around 9:35 or as soon as worship is over, and then that you'll come pick up your elements at 10 a.m. Hope to see you there.